Okay, welcome to this session, Yin Yoga and Meditation. You're so very welcome to start any way you like, but I am going to invite you to come and sit with me and breathe for a moment. So in this class and every class, this is your practice. So listen to your body and whatever it feels like it needs, then please honor yourself in that way. So if that's okay for you, coming to a comfortable seat, just for a moment. And bring your hands to cross over the center of your chest. And you can keep your eyes open if you like, or close your eyes down. And take an inhale together. Let's breathe in. Take a deep breath in, fill your lungs. Hold the breath in maybe for a moment, and then open your mouth and let the air out with a sigh. And let's do that again. Inhale again. Breathing in fresh air, fill your lungs, fill them right up. And then open your mouth when you're ready and let it out with a sigh. And as you sigh, feel your shoulders release, the tension from your face. Feel and sense the tension release. And one more time, and this is totally optional, but if you'd like, breathing in with me now. And when you're ready, breathing out. Let it go. Let all the stress, the tension release from your body. Let that be a signal now to your body to relax and rest. With the hands crossed in the center of the chest. You might even be able to now feel your heart beating at the chest. Without any control, the heart beats, pumping the blood through your body. And just for a moment, pause and reflect on the phenomena that is pumping in your heart space. And observing the breath and the sensations of the breath at the chest, noticing as you breathe the connection of the breath to the heart. And now bringing the palms together in front of your heart. Palms to touch, but the thumbs just gently resting into that center of the chest. So still connected to the center of your chest. So the fingers connected. We're going to do something a little different tonight, creating a different mudra or hand gesture. You can keep your eyes closed. If you feel like you need to open your eyes, then feel free to. So keep the pinky finger and the thumb together. That'll keep the outside edges of the palms together and the heels of the hands together. But gently begin to peel away the other fingers, the three middle fingers, peeling away, almost like the petals of a flower, peeling away and out. And just maintaining some connection to the center of your chest. And sensing and feeling this like a flower opening and blooming from the center of your chest. This gesture you create known as Padma Mudra or Lotus Mudra to directly connect you and open your heart space, center of your chest or Anahata chakra. Begin to observe the qualities of the lotus at the center of the chest, blooming out and up. The beautiful light pink color blooming in the lotus. growing through the mud and the murk. Beyond all odds, shining brightly from the center of your chest. And you can stay here and just feel the qualities of the lotus or Padma in Sanskrit. Or I will invite you now to chant with me. You can say it out loud or silently in your mind. The Bija mantra for Anahata Chakra, which is Yam. And when you say it, it's a little bit like Yam. It's a beautiful mantra to again engage, open, and connect you to the heart chakra. So if you like to practice, exhale now and take an inhale for the chant. Yam. And I can't help but smile when I do that. So maybe you can notice the outside edges of your lips lifting into a gentle smile as you connect with what is here. Pure, uninterrupted, blooming through the mud, qualities of the lotus flower. We'll begin to create an intention now for the practice, just asking yourself why you are here. And instead of responding from the head space, attempt to respond from the heart space. What does your heart need tonight in the practice? And then slowly bringing the hands back together as if your lotus flower was gently closing in for the night. Palms to touch, fingers touching, thumbs in the center of the chest. And begin to move the hands slowly to create a little bit of heat in the hands. You can move the hands away from your chest and out in front if that helps you to create a really strong vigor in the rub of the hands. Feel and sense the light in the hands. And if it's safe for you to do so, then release the hands over the eyes, palms to cup the eyes. Bringing the eyesight into darkness, feeling the warmth, going within. And slowly bring the hands down off the face, slowly down the eyebrows and the cheeks, down the chin and crossing the arms so that you can touch the opposite shoulder and just give yourself a gentle rub into the shoulders. Ow, I'm holding a lot of tension here. How does that feel for you? There's so much going on. Holding that in your shoulders. Have an intention to release that as you touch into the shoulders and even maybe down the arms, and just see all that tension release. Holding the opposite wrists and hands and fingers, maybe even back onto the chest when you're ready, and then wiping that off your body. Wipe it down and down the legs, off the legs and into the feet, and see it leave your body. We're going to do some gentle movement and some yin practice. So just coming onto your mat really slowly, maintain the inner gaze. I'm going to suggest you come onto a pillow, sitting on a pillow with your legs out in front and the knees bent. So soles of the feet into the floor. So definitely sitting on some sort of pillow here will be helpful for you if you've got a sore back or anything going on in the spine. Okay, something really gentle to begin with. Feet out in front, knees bent. You might bring the feet in to start with, just depends on how you're feeling. And then take the arms on the outside edges of the legs. And then just really gently take a hold of one of the wrists. So nothing fancy here. You're leaning over. You should be able to feel your torso or the front of your body in contact with the thighs. And you might start to wriggle the feet out if you feel like you've got the space, and you can work with that as we move into this shape. So any adjustments that you need at this point, please feel free to make them, keeping the inner gaze. And just when you're ready, take an inhale, and as you do, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, almost as if you're lifting out of the pelvis. And then as you exhale, you might creep the feet forward and begin to lean a little deeper here into this shape. You can stay in an initial lean, or you might like to work with that technique of inhale, lift and lengthen the spine with the chest open. And then as you exhale, just slowly beginning to forward fold a little more, and you're creeping the feet out potentially so that you can stay really close into the thighs. So if this doesn't work for you, just make this your own, however you like to do. This is a variation of a forward fold. I don't think it's got a name. And once you're ready, after you've done a little bit of work with every inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale, folding to the point where you want to stay. And just notice where that is for you. Just ask yourself if you've taken it too far, if you're feeling anything tight into the lower back or the spine, then you might want to take it back a little bit. But then can you hold here, wherever that is for you, and then just let the head be really heavy. So now you're encouraging this rounding of the spine and probably rounding of the upper back, relaxing of the neck. But if that doesn't feel right, then by all means, keep the head up. So there's lots of options for you in this practice. Listening into whatever it is that feels right for you. And if it is closing down the eyes and allowing now yourself to just deeply relax in this shape, wherever you are. With every exhale, can you feel your body relax and release a little more tension, letting go of your worldly concerns, any obligations that you're feeling called upon. Let it go in this moment. There's nothing else more important than being with the sensation in your body as the body breathes. Observe the sensation in your body softening. Relaxing the belly. Relaxing the muscles around the pelvic floor. So often always switched on. Just let it go. Feeling all the thoughts dripping out through the crown of the head to the floor. We're going to spend a few more breaths in this shape. So you know the forward folds that we do in yoga, encouraging a cooling effect on your central nervous system. And that cooling effect is the opposite of that stress response. So I'd like to encourage you to find that rest and release. And you can even encourage this more by sending a little bit of sensation down into the belly with the breath. So if it's okay for you, adding to this by breathing down into the belly. You can feel the belly. You'll be pressing the belly into the thigh as you inhale. And as you exhale, it'll gently contract. Remain soft in the belly and the pelvic floor. Just directing the breath down into the belly. We'll do 3 more belly breaths in the shape. So if we're holding on to fear and anxiety and collective thoughts about our situation, it's very hard to connect to the heart. So we're starting here tonight to let it go, to create space, to greater connect with the heart. So when you're ready, we'll begin to shift out of this shape. And do so really slowly. So bringing the head up first, and as you inhale, maybe begin to lift the chest again and lengthen the spine, walking the arms back and maybe the legs as well. Good. So just nice and slowly here, begin to lean back a little bit. So you're still on your blanket. And I'd like you to have your feet out in front with your knees bent. I'd like you to feel into hips. So we're going to do a little drill here. Take the left hand back behind you into the floor and the right hand onto the right knee. And just looking now at the right leg, up the thigh, down to the foot. And then slowly with the hand on the knee, begin to guide that knee out to the side and observe the outside edge of the foot onto the floor and the sole of the foot lifting. And then gently guide the foot to the floor, bringing the knee back to center. And you might start to bring now the knee to the inside. So internal rotation of the hip and the outside edge of the foot now lifted. And just exploring now this movement in your own way, in your own pace. But looking here and just feeling and sensing this gentle movement. So I'd like to encourage you to open the hips and warm the hip joint, but nice and slowly. So there's no rush here. This is the most important moment, this present moment, without a goal. Getting to know how you're feeling on that right side. Making this the last round. And you might have another go without that hand attached to the knee. And just notice how it feels without the guide. And we'll go the other side, so the right hand down to the floor and the left hand onto the knee. And just when you're ready, you know what to do. So begin to open the hip out from side to side, moving the knee, guiding it gently with the left hand. So you could close your eyes, but I have suggested to keep your eyes open. You feel and sense what feels right for you. We store a lot of stress in the hips. So I'm thinking we should release this and take a moment to really reflect on how the leg and the hips feeling with our eyes, as well as the inner sensation. Making this the last round, you might do this without the hand on the knee, just with control. And then so both hands behind you now, bring both knees up to lift toward the ceiling. You can lean back if you like, you can have yourself upright, whatever feels right. So it doesn't matter, just feeling now into that movement with both knees moving in the same direction. So now you're moving both legs, and you might even now close your eyes down. We'll move with the breath. So as you inhale, bring the knees back up to center, and then exhale, take the knees over to whichever side you choose. And you might get really curious here and feel into this movement, lifting that top hip a little, nice and slowly still, just getting to explore the hips and how they feel. I'm feeling cracks in the back, so you're getting a little bit of a spinal twist as well. Making this the last round now. So coming back to center when you're ready. And we're going to do something a little different again. Feeling like that we need something different. So coming onto the feet, you'll be in a squat. So if it doesn't feel right for you, then you can bring your buttocks up on a couple of cushions or bolster. We're not going to hold this for very long. We're going to use this to transition. So hands to the floor and begin to lift the sit bones, lengthen the legs. I'm going to change directions. And a forward fold. And just notice how you feel here in the forward fold. You might heel toe the feet together or hip distance apart. Knees bent generously. Feeling again the belly onto the thigh. This is another transition. We are coming up. And if you want to come up earlier, feel free to. But if you like, you could take your hands out to one side, grounding the feet. And then slowly draw a rainbow out in front as you take the hands out to the other side. And keep going like that. Just to find a little bit of space here in the back of the legs. A relax of the neck, head is heavy. And when you're ready, coming back to center after you've finished your round, slowly bend the knees and roll yourself up really slowly, one vertebra at a time, coming up, press down into the feet, lifting up so that you can now stack your spine. Roll the shoulders up and back and shoulder blades down the back. As the fingers point down to the earth, you just can stay where you are. I'm just moving so you can see me. In Tadasana, mountain pose, grounding the feet, active with the fingers drawing down, chin in. Feel like a little sigh. Feel the shoulders relax away from the ears. We're going to do a little bouncing meditation here. Hands on the hips. Please be careful with your knees. Pop a bend into the knee now. And then a little bit of buoyancy in the knees, almost like a little bounce in the knee. So bouncing up and down, or just if you like, creating a little buoyancy in the knees. So you're active here rather than static in the bend. I'm just going to turn side on. So hands are on the hips to start with, just so you get a sense of how this is bending or bouncing into the knee. So press the feet down into the earth. They're grounding down, hip distance apart probably. And as you begin to bounce here, if you like, you could close your eyes and then let your hands be free and your arms heavy. And then encourage that bounce right through your body. So this is called a jiggle. And really embrace it if it feels okay for you. And you can even add the side in. You can jiggle the shoulders, the head, the bum. You can even start bouncing on the heels if you like. That might create a bit of intensity that's not welcome. Just listen into what it is that you need here. And jiggle, shake it off, shake it off. I think there's a song like that. But yeah, get into it if this feels okay for you. Nice. Get it out, shake it out. And now when you're ready, begin to release slowly and stop the bouncing really slowly to the point where it's moving but hardly felt. And then come to complete stillness and notice how your body feels. How that shaking has created a little energy through your body, like the prana or the chi that's running through your body now feels a little bit more like electricity. Notice how that feels in your fingertips, in your lips. You might notice a change in the heartbeat and your breath. We'll slowly come back down. So stepping the feet apart. You can come down any way you like, but begin to bend the knees and bring the buttocks down into your squat again. You'll transition here and come onto your buttocks. Good. So we're going to do a couple of different things here, and I'm going to set you up for the next pose so that you can do this seamlessly without a whole lot of interruption. So if you've got a bolster, please bring that now. I don't have a bolster. I've got a rolled up blanket. So if you don't have a bolster, you could roll up a blanket or a towel about the length of your spine. And now you're all my regulars, so you'll know that we'll be lying back on this. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana. And we'll do this later, and we're setting that up for later. If you've got blocks and you know how to set that up, this is really about creating a space for your spine to rest on and your shoulders to open up later. And I like to sit on a cushion, nice soft cushion. So please find your way onto the cushion with that set up behind you. So just take the time to do that. We'll go there later. And in the meantime, sitting on your cushion, bringing the feet together this time out in front. And then slowly begin to open the knees out to the sides and draw the feet in toward the groin. And I want you to have a look at the feet, touching the feet if it feels okay for you, and even begin to bring a little massage into the ankles and the feet. So just take this moment to connect in with the feet. You might even begin to stretch and flex the toes. Wherever you feel drawn to, listen to whatever that is, that's an instinct. There are lots and lots of pressure points in the feet that we can use, pressing the thumb or the other fingers in. And connect with what are these earth sensing radars. Okay, soles of the feet together, your hips are open out. If you're feeling like you'd like some support underneath your knees, you could pop some cushions underneath or blocks. Or if you've got any other support that you can offer yourself for your knees, feel free to find that. Take the hands behind you. And now you're going to lean back into your prop. So leaning back so that the spine here can rest on a height. Head supported so the chin draws in toward the chest. Arms beside your body. And you'll feel here, depending on the width of your bolster, the shoulder blades drawing in and the front of the shoulders opening up. Okay, this is your heart opening, your hips opening. If that doesn't feel right for you, bring the feet to the floor and teepee the knees in toward each other. So there's options here for you to reduce the height. If you feel dizzy at all, then I recommend that you reduce the height and have the head higher than the heart. It might be that the heart is higher than the head. So just be careful if you're feeling anything woozy in the head. Otherwise, eyes here, can you give yourself this opportunity now to breathe into the center of the chest? And as you exhale, let your body release. Feel heavier down into the prop, opening yourself a little more. The center of your chest. Imagine and sense that you're breathing directly into the center of your chest, bypassing the nose and the mouth, breathing directly into the chest. Feeling your whole lung capacity, breathing in and out from the center of your chest. And we will hold this one, so if you want to make any changes to your shape, please feel free. So for me, I don't get a whole lot more, and I like to bring my knees together. Unless I'm supported, I don't keep my knees apart. So please listen to your body, the hips and what they need. You don't need to add any more stress into the hips. But if you can support them in opening, then that would be great. Continuing to breathe into the center of the chest, sensing and seeing the light coming with every breath. The light force traveling on the breath, filling your body through its lungs and heart. If you did want to add something here, then you could bring the arms overhead, holding on to the opposite wrist. Just choose. So this will add quite a bit. It makes it a little less restorative. And the reason for that is you will strongly encourage chest breathing. So thoracic breathing is energetic. So it does increase energy. And if you're feeling like you need to be a bit more restorative, then please just feel free to bring the arms wherever feels right for you. So this is an open invitation for you to explore sensation or just remain exactly where you are. And we're going to hold for another few moments. Feeling that gentle opening in the shoulders, the lifting of your chest, and potentially energizing with every breath. The life force you're breathing in is pumping right through your body. Completely present to the sensation that you feel and this connection into your heart space. And we'll be holding for another few breaths. Please feel free to move if you would like. But to take you deeper into this open and expansion, can you remain still? Can you offer your heart up and surrender to the benefits of the shape. And it's not until we stay still and soften the body that we're able to make an impact deep within the body. Fascia. Fascia is our connective tissue, and we think about it wrapping around muscle and joints. But likewise, it wraps itself around our organs, our lung, our heart. And impressions that we have through our life, whether they are traumatic or dramatic or whatever it is, when we have experiences that create impressions within us mentally, this can also create impressions on us physically. And largely that happens in the fascia. So as you give yourself here the time and space to be still, be present, you can soften the fascia and all the connective tissue, the muscle, and in turn the organ, to create transformational benefit in this practice that I wholeheartedly believe in. Another couple of breaths in this shape. You will let go of anything that's holding you back from being completely present and available to yourself. And we'll begin to move in a moment. So you can do that instinctively if you like, or I'll guide you. If your hands are overhead, then gently bring them back beside your body. You might even bring them onto your belly, touching your body. Sliding them down if your legs are open. Take the hands to the outside edges of the thighs and gently guide the knees in like a book. And then taking yourself out to a chosen side, rolling over to the side, bringing that top hand to the floor and rolling out. Good. And we're going to come back to a forward fold. So stretching the legs out in front. Still sitting on your blanket probably. And if you have a sore back, then you can bring a blanket or a cushion underneath the knees. So feet out in front, just let them relax. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, forward fold. Just a little. And inhale again, lifting the chest. Exhale to forward fold to the point where you feel comfortable to do so. So this is known as caterpillar pose, or in Hatha Yoga, Paschimottanasana. And it really is such a wonderful pose to encourage your letting go. So energetically, physically, and mentally now, letting yourself drape over your body, and wherever you are is fine. There's no goal to touch your feet. You don't even have to put the hands on the legs. So if it's just a gentle lean for you, then just allow that and be totally embracing of whatever stage you're at. Relaxing now your neck with your head heavy again. Whole back of body stretching. The back line of the fascia is huge. One long wrapping of fascia from the tips of the big toe right across the sole of the foot, up the back of the legs, into the lower back and the whole spine. And with your head heavy, you'll be stretching it all the way at the back of the neck, all the way to the back of the head. And so when we have any kinks in the fascia in one part, this can affect greatly other parts of the body. So for example, if the feet are feeling trapped and not connected to the earth and bound into shoes, this can shorten the fascia, the back line of the fascia at the foot, and affect how you feel in the neck, or give you a headache. This is referred pain. So release that. Have the intention now, stretching the whole back of body, to release those impressions you've created in stress. It's completely normal. We're gifted with this practice as medicine to relax. Body, energy, mind, and soul. You might notice your body softens more in time. I don't know about you, but my head's getting a lot closer to my legs. So as the muscles relax, they trust that this is a safe shape to be in. They relax, and so the fascia can become more fluid. And you can observe it with a sharp eye, inner gaze. I'm going to do 3 more breaths in the shape. If you like, you can do a sigh at the end of the exhale. And that's just going to help you go a little bit deeper, opening the back of the fascia a little more. And when you're ready, we'll shift again. So hands to the floor, and inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, walking the hands back slowly. And leaning back if you need to, and then finding a comfortable seat. I'm going to do one more gesture to the heart before we come to lay down. So cross-legged or straddling a bolster, or even sitting in a chair. From here, you'll come to Shavasana if you feel like you need a layer on your body. And I will encourage you to go to Shavasana without any fuss. So in that comfortable seat, maybe with your spot set up for your Shavasana, blanket nearby, pillows, whatever you need. Come back to that comfortable seat and cross the hands over the chest again. And just notice how you're feeling in this space. Not from the head space, but from the heart space. How are you feeling? Touching the center of the chest and hearing, feeling the heartbeat, the breath and the heart connected. Okay, bringing the palms together to touch. And as you inhale, actually I'll just introduce this before you do this, just keep breathing naturally. If you feel like watching the first round of this practice, then you could feel free, or you can just trust yourself and listen to my instructions. This is going to be different tonight. Palms are together in front of the heart. And as you inhale, bring the palms up, keep them together, up past your face, up to the top of the head, and then release the hands and begin to draw on the exhale the shape of a lotus around you. So coming in for each petal and out, nice and slowly, tracing with the hands out as far as you can the shape of a lotus. And when you bring the hands back down, you're just continuing to breathe naturally. Bring them down through the lap, palms together, and then into the heart space. Inhale, raise the palms up above your head, release the hands and trace again the shape of a lotus, just to whatever is instinctual for you. Just moving the hands in a way out to the sides to trace that nice broad lotus. Hands coming together when you're ready at the heart and starting again. We're going to continue to do this. You don't need to think about anything else, just the shape of the lotus you create literally is coming out from your heart. Consider the qualities of that shape and the qualities of the lotus that are inherent within you. You can't do this wrong. So let go of any expectation that you have of yourself. This possibility to connect into the qualities of the lotus with this mindful cleansing practice. This is called a kriya. Might even sense and feel that lotus growing out from the center of your chest. When you inhale, the stem growing out from the mud, lifting up to the sky and blooming beautifully out into the sunlight. Making this now the last round that you do. So if you're just starting, this is it. You're blossoming from the center of the chest, connecting with the qualities of the lotus, filling your auric field. When you're ready, hands back into the heart and forming the Padma mudra again. The pinky finger and thumb stay. The other fingers peel open like a lotus. And an invitation to you to chant the sacred mantra Yam again with me. It's totally optional. It works if you don't say it out loud. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to. Exhale together. Inhale for the chant. Notice if you want to smile. I don't know why, but I want to giggle every time I do it. Can you bring a little joy now into your heart with that chant that is literally going to vibrate into your chest? Pure joy from the center of your chest without the head space, only the heart space. Okay, you're ready for your yoga nidra. So when you're ready, bring the hands back together. You might open your eyes to find your way down to lay in your shavasana. So down when you're ready to lay on your mat with the cushion underneath your head, a blanket over your body, and maybe even a covering over your eyes. Moving nice and slowly and maintain that quality you've created of calm, deep connection. Laying long on the mat with the legs slightly separated, the toes falling out. The arms beside your body, the palms facing up and the fingers curling in slightly. With your head, neck and spine in one long line. If you're ready, take an inhale here, filling the lungs all the way up to the top. Hold it in for a moment and then exhale, let the air go and feel the tension release, become more relaxed. Again, when you're ready, inhale, hold it in if it's okay, and then let the air go, let the body melt, heavy on the mat. So I'm going to guide you into deep relaxation. And there will be an opportunity for you to seed an intention into your subconscious. If that is something you would like to do, it's known as sankalpa, setting an intention for a quality within that you would like to cultivate. So one of the qualities I'm working with at the moment is to get out of my head and into my heart. And hence I'm sharing this practice. But you might be working with a different quality, and I'd ask you now to think about what it is, what quality would you like to seed within your subconscious to create a better version of yourself for tomorrow. Think about what that might be, and once you have it, say it to yourself 3 times now, as if you know it to be true, as if it is realized and you are that quality. And then let it go. Let that go. And flood yourself now with gratitude for exactly the way you are, the conditions that you are in, the body you have, the life that you lead. Be grateful for that. And let that be the fertile seed or soil that we use to plant this seed. Please bring your awareness now to the right hand thumb. Feel and sense the right hand thumb, its warmth and texture, and bring an image of that into your mind. So as I guide you now through your body, bring an image now of the index finger and let the thumb go. We'll continue this method. We'll build a little bit of pace. Feel the sense of the index finger on the right side. And then move on to the middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the palm of the right hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, side of the chest, side of the waist, right hip, right groin, the whole thigh, kneecap, back of the knee, calf, shin, ankle, the right heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, and the right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and the fifth pinky toe. Move your awareness to the left hand thumb. Bring an image of the thumb into your mind and feel its warmth. Let it go and move on to the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, left side of the chest, waist, hip, left groin, whole thigh, kneecap, back of the knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Stay with my voice. Your body will relax, but you will remain aware. Bring your awareness to the right buttock, the left buttock, the lower back, middle back, top of the back, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, forehead, both temples, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, right ear, left ear, very tip of the nose, whole nose, right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, top lip, bottom lip, top row of teeth, bottom row of teeth, tongue, roof of the mouth, right side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, chin, front of the neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, center of the chest, right breast, left breast, center of the chest, upper abdomen, belly button, lower abdomen, whole pelvis, bring the awareness to the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both legs, both arms together. Bring the awareness to the whole right side of the body, the whole left side of the body. Bring the awareness to the head and the neck. Awareness of the head, neck, and torso together. Bring the awareness of the whole body, the whole body. Begin to notice the breeze of air coming in and out through the nostrils. Without effort, the body breathes. Feeling and sensing the breath coming in two channels, left and right. And with your awareness, sense and see on the next inhale the breath come in through the left and sense it go out through the right. Next time you inhale, come in through the right and out through the left. And continuing this just through sensation, alternating in and out. Release any tension you have with this concentration or focus on your breath. So without forcing, just feel. Alternate nostril breathing. And you can discontinue this practice of alternate nostril breathing on the next exhale or now. Remaining with your awareness at the nose, sensing the air coming in as one now. The collective energy coming in and the body releases it out. Sense and see the energy on the breath coming in like light into the head. Continuing, bringing that light energy into the center of the head with every inhale. And with the exhale, bring the light down into the heart space. So moving this energy with awareness, inhale into the center of the head and exhale into the heart, forming a green emerald color in the center of the chest. And the more light you deposit into the chest, the more green light that emanates in and around the chest. Be without effort. Sense and see it. Building this emerald green city in the center of your chest, like a gem. And once your light's really green and emanating, you can feel it pulsing. Reside your awareness now in the heart space, surrounded by green light. Rich emerald green light, remaining aware at the heart space. Stay with my voice in this dream state. The body will sleep, the mind will sleep, but you remain aware of my voice. And imagine now you are laying in the cool grass on a summer's day, surrounded by green fields. The warmth of the sun, the coolness of the grass. Deeply content, laying completely available to this present moment. You begin to open your eyes in this dream state, looking around at the blue sky, the green grass, and the leaves on the trees in the distance swaying in a gentle wind. As if you're drinking up the beauty around you, feel that life force of nature. Fill your cup greater. You could remain here completely satisfied, nourished in nature. Your instinct now in your dream state is to stand and begin to walk in the warm sun with the bare feet in contact with the cool grass. And begin to notice every step delicately with your awareness of the feet touching the earth. As you move very slowly, feel one foot come down, shifting weight, the other lifting and coming down out in front as you walk mindfully, completely present to every step. Every step a brand new experience of wonder and sensation. Moving slowly toward a rock out in front, a large rock. Beginning to notice the rock is shimmering. You are drawn to the rock, finding your way to the rock and sitting upon the rock in the sun, feeling that shimmering all around you. Notice the shimmering in the air and the trees and the grass. You feel and sense Breathing in the shimmer and bringing that light into the center of your chest. See yourself glowing, shimmering. And close your eyes in your dream state. Remember your sankalpa, the intention that you seeded. Remind yourself of that now. Say it to yourself exactly the same way, 3 times now, as if you know it to be true. And let it go. Flood yourself now with gratitude for exactly the way you find yourself, shimmering green light in your heart, your cup full and deeply connected. Remind yourself where you lay and encourage now, as you lay, heaviness in your body. Feel the body pressing down into the floor that you are laying on in the room where you started this practice. And encourage that heaviness. And heavy as a ton of bricks. Gravity is pressing you down. And contrast that sensation by encouraging the light feeling in your body. As light as a feather floating on the floor. And then balance that out, neither heavy or light. And you're exactly the way that you're meant to be. Noticing with every inhale now that you can bring that light energy down into your toes like a wave. And as you exhale, feel the energy release from the body and integrate into every cell deep. And just notice that for a couple of moments, the inhale like a wave coming down into the feet, toes and the fingers. The energy disperses with your exhale and you release what you don't need. Becoming connected again with sensation in your body. Notice the tingling of the feet. Begin to deepen the breath. And recognize that you have come to the end of the practice. Encouraging now your physical body by remembering where you're laying, the orientation of your head and your feet, and bring a vision of the room that you're laying in your mind. Begin to hear the sounds of the room, maybe the sounds outside. And if you're ready to move, then you can start to wriggle fingers and toes. And maybe taking the chin from one shoulder to the other nice and slowly, offering movement into the neck. If you choose, you could stay completely still. If you would like to, now would be the time to roll out and gently come to lay or sit whatever feels right for you to complete your practice. And if that's sitting, then keep the eyes closed if that's okay for you. And if you are ready, or when you are ready, crossing the hands over the chest and bowing your head down. There's no rush. Please honor whatever it is that you need here in these final moments. My invitation to you is to bring the awareness into the heart space again. And stay with this connection that you have built through the practice that I have been deeply honored to guide you through. This has been my practice this week, to get out of the head and into the heart. So I do hope that you have managed to do that and that you can take this with you through the weekend, finding peace. Namaste. So if you feel like just disappearing into the night, please feel free that this is completely okay. And I encourage you to do whatever it is that you need to do.